So let's just dig right in. Thursday night football, primetime television, Brad. Primetime television.
Is it
Washington.
though? Is it? Does
Yeah,
Thursday night count?
I think so. It's nationally televised. It's
Okay.
one of the top, I think, 10 TV
Okay.
shows. So I mean, I
Yeah.
believe so. But it's Washington at Minnesota. Bovada has the line at Washington plus 16 at Minnesota. Brad, what do you think? Oh, Adam
Man.
Thielen, by the way, is extremely doubtful with a hamstring pull.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that changes things. Well, Kirk Cousins on a bit, primetime moment. You got to go Washington, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
He is humming, though. He is humming. He's
Yeah,
playing well.
and right when we decided to start talking garbage about Kirk Cousins, we got
Right when
Kirked,
everyone
man.
says Kirk Cousins is such a jerk.
He starts looking like a freaking MVP candidate. So hey, good
Yeah,
for Kirk, good for
10
Minnesota.
touchdowns, one pick in the past 3 games, right?
Yeah, man.
Just on fire.
He is on fire. Now Thielen's that's going to hurt a little bit. So they're going to have Stefon Diggs. Norris, I believe, will play for Washington. Again, my beef with Washington all year is that they don't have coverage for the second and third wide receiver. Well, now that primary coverage rolls over to Stefon Diggs. I don't know. I mean, I think Minnesota, like last week in San Francisco, I think Minnesota is going to win comfortably in this game. I don't see how Washington's going to be able to score against this Minnesota defense. I think Washington will somehow eke a touchdown out, but I don't see Minnesota covering this game. But I do see them winning. 16 points.
Minnesota has a really great roster. That's a
Dude,
good team.
I mean, their weakness is their weakness this season had been Kirk Cousins, and now Kirk Cousins
Right.
is playing like we're used to seeing him play, at least statistically speaking. Let's see if he can win a nationally televised game. This is the more junior of these games. It's not the Sunday night or the Monday night, but it is a nationally televised game. It's not a gotta have it game, but it is a pressure game for him though, because he wants to stick it to Washington. So.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Minnesota wins comfortably. 16 points is a lot of spread to me. I see this as like a 10-point game,
Me
give or
too.
take.
I can see them controlling the entire thing, but winning by 13, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we're both on Washington to cover, both on Minnesota to win. From a fantasy point of view, I'm looking through. I think that I don't know if Chris Thompson's playing. If not, Wendell Smallwood might be the guy, the slot, that receiver out of the backfield type running back. I think Adrian Peterson, although I like him moving forward, and Washington's certainly running with him, I don't think he's going to do well against Minnesota, his former team, which is interesting. I'm looking at the receivers. I don't like McLaurin. I don't like Paul Richardson for Washington. For Minnesota, I think Cousins is a borderline start. I think you can do better than him, although I hope everybody's picked him up and stashed him on waiver wire because he's going to be good. I just don't like this matchup. Dalvin Cook is a huge start. I would have said Thielen's a start, but otherwise I'll say Stefon Diggs is a start. And whoever that second receiver is for Minnesota, I mean, we'll see how the injury report and everything shakes out. He could be a start, or maybe it's Kyle Rudolph. Check back with my start and sit and my touchdown predictor later in the week. That's a YouTube special.